What? Here. Do you want this? There you go.
Is there enough to go around?
I think that's the only one left.
Okay, I'm going to start now. Welcome to our 11th day in this Corona Yoga series. Today in Colorado is gloomy, and it feels like one of those days where you just don't want to get out of your pajamas and where you definitely don't feel like doing yoga. But the point of having a practice is not to only do it when we feel good or when we want to do it or when we really need it, but to be able to turn to and rely on our practice even on days when we really don't feel like it. This is going to help us more and more in the days to come as being home starts to feel a little less exciting and new and perhaps a little more monotonous or whatever's to come. So turning to a yoga practice on a day when maybe you don't necessarily want to is a practice towards taking care of yourself. Much like a mother would take care of a child and give a child a bath even when the kid definitely doesn't want it. That's what we do here on our yoga mats on days like gloomy days in Colorado. So find any type of seat for yourself. We'll start on our back, so if you just want to head to your back now, that's totally okay too. And I'd like to begin with this quote from Glennon Doyle. Keep going. That's all you have to do, ever. You really don't have to be amazing or fierce or beautiful or successful or good. Just keep going, please. Slowly is fine. Crawling is fine. No feeling is final, except hope. So as we close our eyes and begin to hear the sound of our breath rolling throughout our bodies, we find a little bit of hope in that. Hope in the fact that there's a practice we can turn to. Hope in the fact that we're well enough to be sitting here or lying here. Hope in the fact that others in our community are creating and sharing beautiful things just out of their hearts. So wherever it is that you find hope throughout your day, draw that into your eyes, mind right now. And embody the feeling that that brings you. Whether it be a bird singing or the sunrise or a cool wind from over the mountains. Find hope and hold it in your mind and heart's eye, breathing into it. And Lamont says, hope changes as you get a little older. From the hope that this or that happens, to hope in life, old friends, laughter, art, goodness, helpers. I hope and am amazed some early mornings at just finding myself alive. So draw in a little more breath into the life you find in your body today. Exhaling, letting it out through an open mouth. 2 more like that, in your nose, out your mouth. Making your way onto your back for your next breath in. Bring your hands behind your head and lightly press your feet into the ground with your knees bent, your knees breath too. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lift the shoulder blades up off the ground, holding it here. Breathe in, lift a little higher. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take a breath in at the bottom. Exhale, lift the shoulder blades up. Take a breath in, lift a little higher. Exhale all the way down. 3 more like that. Inhaling on the ground. Exhaling to lift the shoulder blades up. Inhaling to lift a little higher. Exhale to lower all the way down. Inhale, shoulder blades lift. Exhale, stay. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale all the way down. 1 more, awakening the fire within you. Inhaling. Exhale, shoulder blades up. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, release on the ground. Spread your arms overhead. Stretch your legs out on the ground. And take a little side curve. So the legs come to the left, the arms come to a left, like a little half moon. Straight arms, straight legs. Breathing into the sides of your waist, your belly. Inhaling back to the middle. Bringing the legs and arms over towards the right, finding a little side C curve. Breathing into the space under the armpits. And on a breath in, coming back in towards the center. Grabbing underneath your left thigh. Extend the left leg to the sky. Taking a few bends and then straightening that leg. Bringing a little bit more of a nerve glide in here. When you bend your leg, lift your head up. And when you straighten your leg, bring your head back down. Bending the knee, lift the head up. Straightening the leg, bring the head down. Take about 5 to 10 more here. And what you're doing here is you're taking that sciatic nerve and you're flossing it through the back of your leg, like floss moving in between teeth, going side to side. You move it through the connective tissue. So any adhesions that have happened between your nerve and the tissue get released here. Good. Bringing the left leg now just to reach up to the sky. Holding it there, flexing the foot. Allow the backs of your shoulder blades to rest towards the ground. And on an exhale, bring the left leg over to the right side of the mat. Left arm extends out to the side. You could bend that left knee if you like. Coming into a supine spinal twist, looking towards the left. Welcoming movement into the stagnation inside of your body. Inhaling, bring the leg back up. Switching sides, left foot comes down, grab behind the right thigh. You can straighten that left leg out if you like. Reach the right leg up to the sky. Bending the knee, lift the head up. Straightening the leg, bring the head back down. Taking about 10 or so here. It probably feels like absolutely nothing. That's good. You do not want to feel nerve pain here at all. Inhaling as you lift up and exhaling as you come back down on this side. And holding that thigh stretch here, reaching the bottom of the right foot away from the body, flexing that foot. Relaxing the back of the shoulders towards the ground. On an exhale, cross the right leg across the body, bending the knee if you like. Right arm extends out to the right, looking out over the right fingertips, as much as your neck allows you to here. Returning to this practice of moving your body. Trusting in the ability of your breath to be your perfect mother, soothing you, renewing you, feeding you, without you even needing to ask. On an exhale, come back towards the center, making your way up onto all fours. Finding a nice quadruped position here. Just take a few rounds of cat and cow position. Trusting in the movement to breathe. Inhale, reaching back through the right leg. Left arm reaches up in the opposite direction. Option to stay here holding this, or bend the knee, reaching back for the floor. Kicking your leg into your hand. Inhale, extending the arm and leg even further. Exhaling, hand down, knee down. Inhaling, reaching long with left leg, right arm. Staying here or bending that foot, reaching the hand back for the foot. And kicking foot into hand. Bringing breath to clear out the front of the body. Exhale, release arm and foot. Reach it a little longer. Hand down, knee down. Take the legs a little wider than hip distance apart. Sit the bum back, child. Bowing to something that brings you hope.
Shri Krishna Ganesh Hare Murari.
Inhaling back forward to all fours. Left arm lifts up to the left. Exhaling, thread the needle, reach it to the right side. Right hand can come behind the back, reaching for opposite inner thigh or over the head. Scoot the hips a little bit towards the left. Exhaling, pressing right hand into the ground, left arm lifts up to the side, back down to the ground. Other side, right arm peels up to the sky, opening up. On a breath out, thread the needle, reach it towards the left side. Left hand can come behind the back or fingertips overhead. Scoot the hips right, breathe into the sides of your ribs. Embody that which gives you hope. Allow your body to be a message of hope, a prayer for hope. On an exhale, press the left hand down. Reach the right arm back up to the side. Right hand comes down. Tuck the toes under, lift the inner thighs up and back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet out. Beginning to feel things percolate, move inside of your body. Finding a little dance for yourself here in down dog. Maybe you walk the feet forwards and then walk them back. Maybe you take a few circles in the knees or in the ribs here. And on an exhale, walk your hands to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Knees can be bent or straight, whichever brings your hands towards the ground. Take a little sway side to side, clasping opposite elbows. Dancing your way through this Friday, finding a little groove that suits you here. Keeping this sway going, rise up to standing. Inhaling, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands down through your heart. Once again, inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands through your heart. Last time, inhale, arms reach up to the sky. On an exhale, fold forward as fast as you can. So you go and inhale, come back up. Take a breath in, rise up. Exhale, fold forwards, come back up. Taking a breath in, rise up on your toes. Exhale, fold forwards, come back up. 2 more times with your own breath. Inhale, hands come into your heart. Bring your fingers to your heart and rooting your feet down. Take a little baby back bend here, lifting up through the heart. Breathing in once more. Exhale, fold forwards, heart first, feet to the ground. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it forward. Step the right leg back, low lunge. Alternate between straightening that left leg and bending that left leg. Taking a nice active, resistant stretch in that left hamstring. Inhaling as you straighten. Exhaling as you bend. Once more. And staying in your low lunge, bring your right hand in towards the center of your mat. On a breath in, open up to the left. Twisting toward that left leg. And sending a message for hope out your left fingertips. Imagine the very movement, joy, and hope in your body could send out your fingertips, out through the ceiling and out into the world. Exhaling, left hand to the ground. Step the left leg back, top of a push-up plank position. Lowering down onto the knees if you like. On an exhale, lower to the ground. Lift the hands up. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Pressing the feet down, we inhale for cobra pose. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Pressing back through all fours, child's pose, forehead to the ground. Sending a message for hope down through your hands. Planting it into the ground. Going beneath your mat, the floor, the soil. And on your next breath in, come up and back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Finding movement in your body. Even if you've never danced before and hate to dance, find movement that helps stir things up inside of you. Keep that movement going as you walk your feet to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling, we lift up halfway. Exhaling, folding forward. Rising to stand, arms circled, gathering the sky. Exhale, bring all that energy down into your heart. Inhale, arms rise up, gathering. Exhale, folding forwards, nice long spine. Step the left leg back, low lunge. Breathing in as we straighten that right leg. Breathing out as we bend it. Taking a few rounds of this active stretch here. As always, find any makeshift props around your house as you need. You can use books or chairs as blocks. And staying in that low lunge. Bring the left hand to the center of your mat. Inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Send that left heel back. So as much as you reach to the crown of your head is as much as you reach back through that leg. And sending your message out into the world through your arm, out your fingertips. What is it you're bringing to others today? Even it's just your very own love. That's perfect. Exhaling, right hand down. Step back, top of a push-up plank position. And taking a breath in here. Exhale, lower down, taking a vinyasa or lowering to the ground. And inhaling up for a cobra pose. Exhaling, releasing, we meet back in downward facing dog. Again, 5 breaths here to find some movement. We're still enough of the day as we stay in our home, so can we find even more movement here on our mat? Maybe walking your feet wide and pedaling them back and forth, or bending through one arm and then the other. Walking your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhaling, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it forward. Bending those knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, holding here. Imagine a block between your upper arms, your hands, and a block between your knees. Engage in on those blocks. Exhale, come to stand, arms at your sides. Inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Exhale, chair pose, bend the knees, tip the bum back behind you. Hands into the heart. Thumbs to the heart, inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist towards the right, outer arm to outer thigh, or staying lifted here, finding the twist in your ribs. Here in the twist, decide what it is you're turning away from and what you're turning towards. Inhaling, arms lift back up to the center. Exhale, fold it on forwards. Stepping that right leg back behind you, rising up for a high lunge. Left heel tries to kick back as right toes try to drag forwards. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Inhale, lift up a little bit. And exhale, twist towards the left. Staying lifted in the torso or outer arm to outer thigh. Bringing it back. What are you turning away from? What is it you're turning towards? Let every movement be a prayer towards your transformation, your shift here today. Exhaling, hands to the ground, step back, down dog, lifting the left leg up and back for 3-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Roll out the left ankle. On an exhale, left knee comes to the nose. Inhale, reach it up and back. 2 more times. Exhale that knee to that nose. See how slow and controlled you can move here. How intentional you can be with every movement in your body. Reaching it up and back 1 more time. And on this time, you step that leg through, coming up, warrior 2. Right foot parallel to the back of your mat. Settle your gaze out over your left fingers. Imagining the horizon out over your fingers. What is it you're pointing towards? What is it that gives you hope that you can turn to, look to? Inhale, reach towards that thing. And exhale, reverse the warrior, pouring it over your body as you reach the left hand towards the back of the room. Inhale, cartwheel the hands down towards the ground. Coming back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet out. Find a beat or a rhythm in your body that you can move to. And keep moving to that beat as you walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Lifting up halfway, folding forward. Bending those knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Like you're squeezing a block between the legs, a block between the arms. Exhale, standing, hands to your sides. Inhale, arms lift up, bending the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, hands come to the heart. Thumbs to the heart, lift up through the heart. Exhale, twisting towards the left. Staying lifted or outer arm towards outer thigh. Letting movement be a catalyst for change inside of you. Turning towards something bigger than you. Something true. Inhale, reach the arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, fold it forward, step the left leg back. Inhale, rise up, high lunge on the right. Scissoring the legs together. Right heel tries to draw back as the hands come down into the heart. Lifting up through that heart center, twist towards the right, staying lifted or bringing outer arm to outer thigh. Finding trust in your body. Hope in the ability for things to shift. Exhale, hands to the ground. Sweeping right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Stacking that hip, bending the right knee. Rolling the right ankle out. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, lift up and back. 2 more times on your own breath, slow motion. After your second time, stepping that leg through, warrior 2. Settling those feet down into the ground. Spread the toes wide. And place them back on the ground. Looking out over the right fingertips. Inhale, reaching forward with the right arm. And exhale, extending back, reversing the warrior. 2 breaths here. On an exhale, cartwheeling the hands down, taking a vinyasa, or coming to down dog, or taking cobra. Finding a flow that's asked of by your body today. Meeting in down dog for 5 breaths, or some creative movement here. in, left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Electing to stay here or coming into half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Cartwheeling the left hand towards the ground in front of the left foot, back leg lifts up towards an L shape. Feeling the right heel lifting up and away from the body. Option to grab onto that right foot, bending the right knee if that's available to you here. Wherever you are, finding strength, finding hope in the power of your movement, in the soft strength of your breath. Exhaling, bring the hands down to the ground, right foot back to the ground, stepping back, downward facing dog. This time, drop your forearms to the ground, coming into dolphin pose. Take a little bend in the knees. Spread the sit bones wide behind you as you press the elbows down and away from you. An option to either bring the knees down and come back to down dog, or to press those arms straight coming into down dog. Other side, right leg lifts up and back. Step the right leg through, warrior two. Staying here, finding power and strength in your pose, or bringing the right fingertips to the ground in front of the right foot and springing up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. If you're in half moon, lift the left heel up to the ceiling. Feel your outer bum engage here. Maybe bending the knee, reaching for the foot. Finding hope in the freedom of your shape, in the freedom of your choice to make a shape. Exhaling, hands come to the ground, stepping back, top of a push-up plank position. Coming on to the left side, Vashisthasana, side plank, right arm lifts up. Option to put the left shin down onto the ground for added support here. Maybe lifting the right leg up off the left or up off the ground. Exhale, right hand down, switching sides, Vashisthasana on the left. Either leg stacked or right shin to the ground with maybe that left leg lifted up. Exhale, left hand down, lower it all the way to the ground. Reach the arms out in a T position. Roll the shoulder blades back and down, and inhale, lift up just the legs. Maybe just the big toes lift off the ground. Maybe you engage the inner thighs together and lift them up a little bit. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up just the arms and the chest. Maybe you flap your wings here. Finding a little dance in your arms that help to activate different patterns of muscles, of connective tissue across your spine. Woo. Exhale, release. Pressing back through all fours. Reach the arms even further out in front of you. Coming down to a puppy prayer. So you could either stay in this modified child's or bring your hands into prayer position, bending the elbows for a puppy prayer, hands to the nape of the neck. Finding hope in all the space inside of you. Releasing your arms. Walk your hands back to your knees. Rolling over onto your feet, coming into a forward fold here. Shake the head out. No. Nod the head. Maybe. And on an exhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Coming to standing. And coming more towards the center of your mat. Bend your right knee so heel kicks towards the bum. Option 1 is trying to reach for your foot and just staying here. Maybe holding a wall if you need to. Option 2 is grabbing the inner edge of that foot so your elbow pit faces outwards and reaching the left arm up to the sky. You can hold here or begin to kick your foot into your hand. And as much as you kick your foot in your hand, as much as you reach forward through that left arm, coming into Natyurjasana, dancer's pose. Finding hope in the ability of your breath to support whatever pose you take. Rising up and out of whatever position you found, slowly, gently, releasing. Coming on to the opposite side. Again, option 1 is just a quad stretch here, lovely. Or grabbing inner edge of the foot, big toe mound. Option 3, kicking that leg back as you pitch forwards. Finding a nice tension like a suspension bridge in your body.
It is time, and I know
And whenever you're ready, raising up as gently as you came in, out of the pose.
This is my time.
Rolling the shoulders back and down, closing the eyes. Finding a little gentle rock and sway back and forth in your body as your arms roll back. And with your eyes closed, nobody able to see you, just shake things out. Bending your knees, shaking your head, shaking your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your heart. Shaking, shaking, shaking. Settling down. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Keep your eyes closed. See if you could find your balance.
So we love also fall and remember Jah. Love also fall and remember Jah.
Opening the eyes. Inhaling, arms lift to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Roll down one vertebrae at a time this time. Toe wheeling your feet a little wider than hip distance. Coming down Malasana, squat pose. Hands to the heart.
questions, how we look for each other in answers. Singers and dancers, believe the way they led this way, but now we have answered the calling, and Babylon is calling. How to be inside the
Allowing the muscles of your pelvic floor to release. Imagining them expanding towards the ground, spreading the sit bones wide.
Heard it all before, yes, what the man said. Held it in my heart, but I held it in my head.
Bringing your bum to the ground. Making your way down onto your back, feet planted down. Coming into bridge pose here. Spreading the feet wide, press down through every part of your foot here. On an inhale, lifting up through the hips. Sending the heels back as the knees reach forward. Maybe clasping the hands under the back, walking the shoulder blades towards each other. And finding hope from opening. One more breath here. Exhale, lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Take the feet wide, bring the knees together. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, closing the eyes. Feeling the pulse of your heart under your hands. Feeling the sweet, precious life inside of you.
Arms stretched out and I smile wide. Hoping to receive what I am supposed to. Messages and lessons and transmissions as they come through. Breathing on the day of what we become. The people on the planet will they just ain't young. But will they away for goodness sake?
Bringing legs back towards bridge pose. Option is to take another bridge pose here, or if it's in your practice, I'm not going to instruct the hows today. Coming into full wheel.
These are the times we were meant to grow from. You say that it's beautiful, it takes one to know one. Made out of love, that's what you are. Made out of love, you come from the stars. Made out of love, you come from the stars. I heard it all before, yes, what the man said. I held it in my heart, but I held it in my head.
Making your way back down from wherever you went. Bringing the knees into the chest. Taking a little roll up towards a seated position. Bringing the outer edge of the feet together. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, lengthening as you arc and fold forwards. Rising back on up. Bringing your legs into Upavishta Konasana, or this nice wide straddle position. One hand in front of you, one hand behind you, lifting up. See if you could come and lower down into a deeper straddle. This is enough for a lot of people. Option to reach those arms up and fold forwards as far as your muscles allow you. And then bring the hands to the ground as you fold forwards. Keeping the toes flexed towards the nose.
Jaya Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jaya Bajrang Bali.
Inhaling, coming back up. Bringing left hand to the inner left thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Exhaling, we reach up and over towards the left. Keeping that feeling like the heels want to lift into the sky and the toes want to come to the nose. And see if you can keep that opposite sit bone implanted into the ground. Finding hope in the adaptability of your body. And the fact that everything in your body is new every moment. Inhaling back up towards the center, switching sides. Right hand to the inner right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over towards the right. Keeping left sit bone rooted, anchored down, so you have a place from which to lengthen or stretch.
Jaya Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jaya Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman.
Inhaling, coming back.
Jaya Siya Ram, Jai
Bringing those legs together. Making your way back down onto your back on your mat. Finding any last pose that you like for yourself here. Maybe you take that straddle and you bring it onto your back. Using gravity to help open up those inner thighs.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Hare Ram.
Whenever you're ready, Shavasana awaits you. Taking as much time as you need before entering that final resting pose.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram.
Keep going. That's all you have to do, ever. You really don't have to be amazing or fierce or beautiful or successful or good. Just keep going, please. Slowly is fine. Crawling is fine. No feeling is final, except hope. Glennon Doyle. Allowing yourself to rest in the reality of hope. The final feeling that keeps us coming back to our mats. That keeps us waking up day after day, ready, changing. You may stay in Shavasana as long as you please. The light and hope in me sees and honors the light and hope in you. Namaste.